Live an optimal life through health and wellness. Be well, get well, and stay well.
We have Rye Fry coming in right after me, and I'm just really excited to hear from him. I have Rye Fry's book that I am halfway through. He is an incredible mentor and leader in LifeVantage, and yeah, I just wanted to send it to Rye Fry. You guys, thank you so much for having me on the call. Have a great day.
Wow. Kristen, Dustin, I think I'm just rolling. Is that right? Just give me a head nod. Amazing. Kristen, you've inspired the world, and we've had some conversations the last few days, and I'm just so proud of you. I'm sending you a big hug, and we share similar roads. And if you look at the chat, I think it's really interesting that everyone has some commonality with regards to your story, and it's touching. This is why we do LifeVantage. This is what this is about. And when we step into our greatness and we start to understand that this is way beyond some little distributorship that we're selling a little bit of product out of our back, doors, and thinking that's what we're doing and that's our calling, and it's not. And my challenge today to every single person that can hear my voice is to switch your mindset from I'm a distributor, I'm scared of network marketing, can I please talk to you about my product? Hey, you might be open to a business opportunity. I want you to stand in your boldness and in what you were born to do with regards to the DNA of greatness, and share this story and these products and this company, because exactly what Kristen just talked about, there are people that are begging. There are people that are praying right now for you to enter into their world and share this amazing story, company, products, timing, leverage, compensation, for them to be able to see a way out of what they're currently faced with. I want you to understand the significance of the responsibility that we carry as leaders of this amazing company. And when you stand into that and you start to recognize that, the beautiful thing is your mind will shift from I'm just a distributor of LifeVantage to this is my calling. When you change just that word, this is a calling. And when you start to have a calling in your life with regards to what you have at your fingertips, man, we will change the world. And that's what we've done. I'm appreciative to the pioneering distributors that stood against the storms and everything that was faced against them and put against them almost 11 years ago. They have blazed the trail for myself and Kristen and other leaders that are on this call for us to continue to change the world. They have done their work. And my cry and my challenge to the company today and to the people that can hear my voice is that we have greatness inside of us, and no longer can we show up in our smallness. It is time to stand in our power and be bold and take this company all the way to the top. And now, how do we do that? Now, a big portion of this call is compensation. I love compensation. You know why? Because too many people in this industry and in this company don't understand that our compensation plan is a product. It is as important as Nerf 2. It is as important as Tri-Synergizer. It is a product that we get to take into the world that allows us to radically change people's lives. And guys, we change them in 3 distinct areas: health, financials, and time freedom. Now, I know I might not be able to use the word freedom, but I don't even care, because when you understand, when you can start making decisions by yourself and be able to go into the world and be able to say, I get to choose. I'm no longer a puppet for someone else. I get to choose my life. And what the compensation plan allows you to do is exactly that. And so my goal today is to share with you the power of this compensation plan that allows you to stand a little bit taller. It allows you to stand a little bit more boldly with the people that you talk to. And the challenge is to not shrink when it comes to this side of the business. Okay, and I'm going to share my screen with you, and we're going to talk numbers because I'm a numbers guy. I absolutely love it. Let's see. All right, so compensation plan. Now, the beautiful thing about the compensation plan to me is that it's also teaching behavior. Now, these are some things that we get to learn about. These are terms that you're going to know. For the new person, these are 3 distinct areas that you're going to have to understand when we throw out terminology. And it's okay if you don't know the terminology, but I'm going to give you just some basics. Okay, PV is our personal volume. This is where our personal purchases and personal customer purchases come in. That counts for personal volume. Now, commissionable volume is the volume assigned to each product that pays us the commissions that we receive either weekly or monthly. And then we have organizational volume. This is everything. This is all the total products purchased within your whole organization. Now, here's the different rankings in the company. We're going to go to a different slide to talk about that because I know we're on time. You're also going to hear about legs. Okay, legs are just individual people that you brought into the business. Just like Kristen Bailey. If I brought Kristen into the business, that would be 1 leg. If I brought Dustin into the business, that would be 2. If I brought Tyler Daniels into the business, that would be 3. And we would start to build our organizational volume moving forward. Now, this is really where I want to highlight and really get into the depths of what this is, all right? This is what we call the Unilevel Commission. This is our Unilevel payout. And there's so much information on this that I think a lot of people either they go over it or they think it's too much numbers or too much on there where they're like, oh man, I don't even know. Let's just go to work. And I do agree with that. But I do agree with when you start gaining traction in your business to understand this slide, because it will allow you to strategize your business very effectively to maximize your check each month moving forward in your business. Now, the one thing that I want to focus on is there's 4 distinct areas in this compensation plan, okay? You're going to be able to see the gray section right there where it says Pro 1 to Pro 3. Okay, that is your first area that you're going to start building your business in. And then as we progress and we get a little bit more mature in our business, we move into the premier ranks. That's the rank of Pro 4 to Pro 6. Now, there's a lot of things that are starting to change here, but I'll get to that. And then we get to the 3rd section, which is the elite ranks, which is from Pro 7 to Pro 9. And then you get into the master ranks, which I just say Master Pro 10 to Master Pro 12. I forget about the presidential master executive. It just is confusing to me. So I say Pro 11, Pro 12. All right. So one thing that I want you to see is on the bottom, on the far left side, there's distinct things that map this out. Okay. Minimum monthly PV, which is your personal volume. This is where we have to be to hit those ranks. Also the minimum organizational volume. Now I want to focus on this area specifically just to help everyone understand what this is and what it means to me when I saw this for the first time when I sat down with Tyler Daniels. And I want you to know, Tyler Daniels is my sponsor. I love this man as well as Marcel, but they taught me one time. And you know what they taught me? They didn't teach me about the products. They didn't teach me about the company. They didn't teach me the timing and the leverage or anything like that. They taught me how this compensation plan works. And then I've just gone to work. But here's the goal. This is what they taught me. Monthly minimum organizational volume. If you look at Pro 2, for example, that 3rd line, it shows $2,500. Now, as you progress in that and you hit Pro 3, what's the organizational volume requirement? It's $5,000. And so it dawned on me, there's certain sections in the compensation plan, guys, that you literally have proven to yourself that you can do the workload that you're required to do at these different ranks. Because if you've done Pro 2 at $2,500, now you get to double the workload and you'll hit Pro 3. And then you can double it again and you go from Pro 3 to Pro 4, which is 5,000 to 10,000. You see, you've already proven to yourself that you can do the workload. What a lot of distributors do is they go, oh my gosh, how in the heck am I going to get to Pro 5? Well, if you got to Pro 2, you know you can get to Pro 3. And then you're going to duplicate that workload and do it again. And then you're going to go from Pro 3 to Pro 4, which is 10,000. And then you're going to go from Pro 4 to Pro 5, which is 20,000. You're just duplicating that workload. You're doing it again. But here's a little jump right here. From Pro 5 to Pro 6, the company stretches us a little bit. It says, hey, Fry, we know you've duplicated certain things up to this point, but we're going to stretch you a little bit and we're going to push you to what? 50,000. It's not an exact duplication as far as workload, but you've proven that you can do this, guys. And then if you continue on from 50 to 100, that's a perfect duplication. From 100 to 200, which is Pro 7 to Pro 8, is 100 to 200. That's a perfect duplication. And then here's another little stretch from Pro 8 to Pro 9. That is a push when you go from 200 to 500. And then you go to Pro 10, Pro 11, and then another little stretch. And I love that. Why? Because it proves to me that I can look at anyone in the eye and say, if you've done this, you can prove the workload again and do it again. And that is a beautiful thing. Now, for the new distributor that is trying to understand this comp, every time that you rank advance from Pro 1 to Pro 2 to Pro 3, you can read that across the top line, is that it unlocks a certain level in the Unilevel. We pay out 9 levels. But every time that you rank advance, you pick up a percentage of volume that you never picked up on. That's an increase or a raise in your business. Isn't that a beautiful thing? And so there's always these things that are pushing us. Now, what's the rank of Pro 3? Why is that so important? Well, the rank of Pro 3, if you look at the numbers on our 11 years almost, is that when you hit the rank of Pro 3, you stay with the company for 64 months. That's a 5-year person that's now your partner that you and I get to go build and change the world with. Now, the beautiful thing about Pro 5, if you push it that, at Pro 3, you're excuse me, my mouth's a little dry. At Pro 3, you're picking up 5 levels of the 9 levels that are available. When you push to Pro 5, that's another pivotal mark, is that you open up 7 levels. But there's also key things that I'm going to get to later on of the importance of Pro 5 and then Pro 7 and then beyond to Pro 10. And so this is a beautiful illustration, guys, to share with you exactly how you unlock certain things that allow you to put more money in your pocket. Let me ask you this. If you knew that you had thousands of dollars, let's say on level 7 that your business has matured in, but you're only at a Pro 4 position, and there's thousands of dollars in that level, would that be an incentive to keep working, or would that be a demotivation? To me, it's an incentive knowing that I'm leaving money on the table. So I'm going to work a little bit harder with my business partners to be able to go and do what? Rank advance and pick up that volume and change my life and change the people that I work with on a day-to-day basis. So I love this section of the comp plan. When you look at this, we're going to transition because I'm running out of time. We're going to go to the Gen Match. Now, the Gen Match is also teaching us the right behavior that is absolutely invaluable for us to continue to grow our business. When you think about the Gen Match, we pay 10% on the first matching generation. Then the company says, we'll also pay the second, third, fourth, and fifth. The easiest way for me to understand this, guys, was this is like your family tree. So my first generation are my children. Does that make sense? So if I had 5 children, this is what that would look like, right? This would be, and I'll come back to these slides, but this would be your first generation. We pay out 10% of those children or your business partners, the people you personally enrolled into the business. And that allows us to receive 10% of whatever they made in their Unilevel check. So if I have 5 partners that each did $1,000 in their Unilevel check, I just made an additional $500 above and beyond all the other ways that we get paid. If you look at generation 2, this is now saying, hey, children, as you mature and grow and start having your own family and you start having your own children, which are now my grandchildren, and let's just say there's a perfect duplication with this. This is a hypothetical. This is not real. This is just hypothetical to show you the generation payout and how powerful this becomes. So if each one of my children had 5 children, that allows us to have $25,000 being paid out in their Unilevel check, and I've now received an additional $1,250. If each one of my grandchildren had 5 children, you can see this is now the 3rd generation. This is $125,000. At 5%, I'm now making an additional $6,250 on that generation. 4th generation, it gets bonkers, right? You're looking at $31,250. This is $625,000 being generated in your organization, all through your Gen Match. Guys, in the 5th generation, I couldn't even write it down for you to visually see it, but you can see the power of the Gen Match. Now, this is hypothetical, but what I wanted to show you was the power of the Gen Match in the ability to do what? What is this screaming at you to do? And what it screams to RiFi is this, is that I can give myself a raise at any time that I want in my business. And how do I do it? Well, I go work with my family. I go work with my grandchildren. I go work with my great-great-grandchildren. I go work with the people that I've brought into the business and who they've brought into the business. And if I can increase their organization, I put money in their pockets and I also put money in my pocket. It is a beautiful demonstration and a behavior that the compensation plan is there to support you with. The company is not there to create a compensation plan to take money out of our pockets. It's there to incentivize us to keep doing what? Share the mission, share the products, because this product and this company deserves to be in every single living room across the world. And this is the power of the Gen Match. Now, if you look at this, this is going to transition us into the other side of the thing that I made a personal decision to join because of this. Now, Tyler Daniels always talks about the beauty of our comp plan in this way. And I agree with him. Most compensation plans, they're heavily loaded on the back end, meaning the masses, the everyday people that only want to do this at a part-time level, they can never get to that back end. But if you load it on the front end, meaning the masses make the most money, what it does is it sucks too much money out of the back end of the comp plan, where it won't attract leaders like myself and the people that you see at the higher levels of the company. And so our compensation plan is so brilliantly balanced, meaning there's plenty of money on the front end for you to take traction. There's enough pulling you through, like Tyler talked about earlier this morning, where the middle class can be very successful in the middle of our comp plan. And if you want to take the next step, this is where this gets heavily loaded for the people that want to continue to work at this and go change the world. And so it's massive on the back end as well. So we're equally balanced all the way through the comp, no matter where you are. Now, the elite bonus was, like I said, it's the reason I came into the business. Because of why? Because Tyler Daniels and Marcel and Mark Shinsato and Seth Mulder and Kerry Dickey and all of the Pro 10s, literally, and 11s and 12s and Blue Elams, sacrificed and pioneered and built massive organizations to the point where we do $200 million and above every single year. And we'll do that moving forward as we continue to grow the company. It allows me as a distributor to do what? Participate in that effort, regardless of if they're in my business or not in my business. Let me explain this. The company takes 4% of global sales with regards to every month. They take the global sales 4% and they divide it amongst exactly what you see here. They take 1% and they divide that amongst the 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s. Now, the beautiful thing about hitting that elite rank is that you now participate in this extra bonus that's paid out every single month on top of all the other ways that we pay you out. Now, imagine this. If we have 7, 8s, 9s, and 10s being divided amongst this 1%, there's going to be more people participating against that payout. Would you agree? Of course, there's more 7s than there are 8s, and there's more 8s than there are 9s, and there's more 9s than there are 10s. But this is the brilliant side of this, guys, is that if you continue to push forward, where's the incentive? What's the behavior the company's trying to push? That we want Kristen to go from Pro 7 to what? Pro 8. So she can participate in another % of that payout, which increases her check. But what does she have to do to increase that? She has to go work with her people. She gets to go work with her Gen Match people. She gets to go assist her people in the Unilevel to grow their business. Now, what's the incentive to go from 8 to 9? Well, I get to participate in everyone's effort with regards to that third payout of that third 1%, where you can see in the bottom left, the 9s and 10s share. And then if I really am on my game and I don't ever want to stop and I blow through walls and I crush my goals and my dreams and I don't stop until I hit Pro 10, I get to participate in another 1% payout. Guys, have you really run the numbers with regards to what this payout is? And if you haven't, I'm going to share it with you right now. This is what it looks like to RiFi. Okay. I'm going to move my little screen so I see it. So if we're doing hypothetical, I don't know the exact number of our annual sales, but I'm just hypothetically saying, if the company was doing $225 million, and they did that in a 1-year period, we're going to divide that by 12 months, right? So that would be a monthly payout of $18,750,000 that would equal what? That we're taking 4% from. So if you take 18 million, that second line, $18,750,000 by 4%, each one of those 1% is paying out what? The total is 750,000. It's $187,500 in each one of those 1%. Now, just like I told you before, let's go back. Okay, maybe if I can go back, maybe I can't. Okay, I can't go back. So what I mean by that is now look at this, guys. We have 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s divided amongst what? $187,500. Well, I happened to call the company and I got the broad strokes or the 6-month average of what that payout is. If you're an elite 7 and above, that monthly payout bonus was about $1,200. So it's an extra $1,200 every single month with everyone participating. Now, if I push myself and I become an elite 8, I now get to participate in the second of that $187,500 payout. Well, that's now divided amongst a less amount of people. That payout actually was just over $3,000. Now imagine if you're a pro 9, you're sharing in the first, in the second, and now the third $187,500 payout that's divided amongst less people. And that payout was $600 to $7,500. And now if you're a pro 10, that 1% was paid out because there's only X amount of, I think there's 12 or 13 now, pro 10s and above, to where that payout is anywhere from 15 to 22,000. So what behavior is that pushing? Every single person. What it says is that we are willing to pay 4% to every single leader that's going to continue to push and share this story and share these products to where we can grow the company and everyone wins. Guys, when I heard this, if you're a leader in the world of LifeVantage and you're disappointed or you're jealous or you are negative towards someone that walks across that stage at any level, you are out of your freaking minds. And I'll tell you why, is that you don't understand the compensation plan, because as you continue to move forward and you hit these elite ranks, you now participate in their effort. So what is the culture that the company is driving? That every single person matters, every distributor matters, and everyone's success matters. And we should be hollering, chanting, raving when anybody has some breakthroughs, from a pro 1 level to all the way to a pro 12 level and beyond. This is what I love about LifeVantage, that we are true partners with regards to things that the pioneering distributors have put in place of this compensation plan that lines your pockets with more compensation. Why? Because you've gone out and influenced the world at a higher level and a more beneficial level. This is powerful, guys. This is the elite bonus pool. We have the Gen Match pool that you can give your raise at any time. We have the Unilevel payout. We have all the front end bonuses. And then the company continues to surprise us with regards to, and I don't know why, hold on guys, hold on. Got McAfee stuff popping up on my thing. Okay, now they also say, hey, congratulations, Tyler Daniels, or anyone that's pushing forward. We are actually really, really excited with regards to what we're doing, and so grateful for what? Your influence on pioneering and pushing this company forward. They also give us a one-time rank achievement, which is here. And it says, hey, Kristen, great job, you hit Pro 10. We're gonna pay you a $100,000 bonus over 12 months. So every time you qualify as a Pro 10, in that period, they will pay you what? That bonus that'll pay out. So they divide 12 months amongst 100,000, they pay you that in a bonus. Now they say, hey, great job, Tyler. You actually went from Pro 10 to Executive Pro 10. We're now going to give you an additional $250,000, and we're going to pay that over 12 months as well, as long as you qualify Executive Pro 10. Good or good? That's fantastic, everyone. That's incredible, life-changing, and it might not be for you, but it might be for generations to come. And then all of a sudden they say, hey, well done, Blue Elam. you've done an amazing job. And all of a sudden you push to presidential Pro 10 and he hits that level, and all of a sudden it pays out $500,000 paid out over 12 months. Guys, this is an incredible company that wants to put more compensation in the leaders' pockets that are out sharing this product and this company with the world. The world deserves what you and I have. And so for those people that are sitting on their hands and they're scared to death to share this with anyone, it is time to what? Stand up, stand in our boldness, and move forward, because there's living rooms of people that are screaming for your name that your feet have not yet entered into. And I believe that right to my core. Now, one last thing that I want to share with you is this, is that these are what Tyler was talking about. If you look at the average annual income disclosure statement, because we're publicly traded, because we're totally transparent, because we're not scared to show you everything down to the penny, I want you to see on the far left side, these are the pivotal ranks that will anchor you into this company to where you will never, ever leave. And that's a beautiful thing, because why? The world needs this product and it needs this company. Well, the benefits of hitting Pro 3, that's your first really strong foundational piece, is that you stay with the company over 5 years. You now have enough business in your organization that traction can start building. And now what do? How do you get to Pro 5? Well, what you do is you continue to assist those brand new distributors or team leaders or team partners, and you join arms with them and you build them to what? A Pro 3 position, which pushes you to Pro 5. And now you hit Pro 5 and the company says, come into a Pro 5 summit and we're going to teach you with some of the best leaders in the company, as well as you're going to be able to meet the president of the company and the CSO and the CMO and everyone a part of your corporate staff. And they're going to teach you all the stuff to be able to do what? Push yourself and your business to a Pro 7 position. At Pro 7, you hit the elite ranks. You enter that global payout. And then from Pro 7, it's all about calling. It's all about stewardship. It's all about responsibility that we have to be able to share and assist our team to hit their financial goals and dreams with whatever they want to do with LifeVantage. And that pushes us into a Pro 10 position and above. And now we're changing generations of people. And this is what I love about this company. If you see the third column, these are the average payouts of what those ranks are. Now, for anyone that's laughing at a Pro 3 position, $630 is make or break a lot of families' lives in the world today. Tyler talked about it. There is so much financial sickness in the world today that we have the answer, and $630 could change someone's life. And then you push forward, $3,100 coming in. When you have two people that have lost their lives and lost their jobs and don't know what to do and have little mouths to feed, $3,100 changes people's lives. And we just heard it, a perfect example with Kristen, and she's on her way to hit Pro 10 and beyond. She will be a massive leader in this company and follow the steps of the pioneers. And then she's going to push and continue like everyone else into that Pro 7 position. Look at that, $13,400 plus coming in passively that allows you to decide how you want to live your life. And then you hit Pro 10. I don't even know what to do with that kind of money, because the beautiful thing of that is that I don't know that I could spend that much money every single month. But it does allow me to do what? Give back and show up in this world the way that I was born to show up in this world. And so I'm going to ask you guys one simple question, because we're going to wrap up here in about 4 minutes, okay? Is that when you see this picture, and I want everyone to put in the comment section, which tree would you rather be, on the left or the right? So I want you to put in the comment section, right or left, which do you want to be? And this isn't a trick question, but I'm very curious to see what comes in with regards to the chat. Can I see the chat? How do I see the chat? Let's see. Maybe I can't see the chats. All right, no chat. All right, well, someone can tell me. Dustin, you can chime in.
Everybody's saying left, brother. Everybody's saying left.
Everyone's saying left. Wow, that is so bizarre. Okay, let me talk about this. Why is that the case? Because if you look at your LifeVantage business, guys, you want to be a leader like the left. You want to be that leader that has been able to go in and partner and lock arms with the personal people that you brought into the business and assist them to do what? build their lives and dreams. Well, that becomes a root structure that dives deep, deep down into the soil. Because Kristen, she faced what? She faced some hardships. Well, what did that force her to do? Push her roots deeper into what? Her own life, her goals, and her dreams. Well, what did that all of a sudden produce? A Pro 7 position. These are leaders that are out now looking for other leaders. We're leading with the opportunity. Guys, when we don't lead with the opportunity, meaning all of what LifeVantage has to offer, what a disservice we are to the people of the world when we only share 10% of a whole 100% of what they're capable of. If Kristen didn't understand or didn't learn or didn't know about what the financial benefit for her to get involved and build and share this with other people, I don't know that she would be here. She would just be consuming the product, which is great. We want consumers. We love consumers. But let me assure you, there are no consumers without leadership. And there is no LifeVantage without leadership. There is no LifeVantage without distributors that are anchored in, just like that tree on the left, where we build massive root structures that all of a sudden do what? They fortify the trunk and they fortify the branches. These branches are your personal distributors that are out building. And when you build a massive trunk and root system upon leadership and 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 upon leadership, the trees on the leaf or the leaves on the tree will be there. But when we don't have the solid root structure, we will not have leaves on a tree. It has no ability to be able to continue to produce leaves on the tree all day long, all year long. It's just a cycle. Dead leaves fall off trees. And so we need to have this root structure. We need to have solid leadership of people that see what? They see a way out of their life to where they can step into their greatness because of how this compensation plan pays them every single week, every single month, right? Now, the beautiful thing about the tree on the left is when you drive down these root structures, what does the root structure do? It holds the soil together. It's no different than leadership in your business, that leadership holds your team together. Guys, I love customers, don't get me wrong, but I call it the top-down approach. It's the same amount of effort for me to be able to talk to Tyler Daniels and talk about the company, the products, the timing, the leverage, and the compensation plan. And Tyler's sitting there going, holy cow, I have this going on in my life. I have this going on in my life. I have this going on in my life. This is how I'm going to get out of this situation. And all of a sudden you let them decide how the company benefits them. And you can always default someone to a customer. They can always take our products. But if they don't know about this business opportunity, I promise you the only way this company is going to grow to $1 billion, which is deserved, and multiple billions of dollars, is because of leadership stepping up and leaders going out into the world that is financially sick, that it's sick health-wise. And we have the answer, and it is time for us to take this company beyond. A tree without roots is just a piece of wood. And our LifeVantage business is no different. We will be standing there by ourselves if we can't create a root structure based on leadership for us to take this company to the next level. I love this company. I love this compensation plan. I love these products. The beautiful thing is this. Our company isn't on trial. Our products aren't on trial. Our compensation plan isn't on trial. And we have the ability to go change the world. That's what I'm going to be doing every single day until I hit my financial goals. Please join me in that. Please join the pioneering distributors. It is time for new leadership to step into their greatness and take this company to the next level with regards to everything that they're capable of doing.
Thanks for watching. And remember, one change can have an enormous effect. Remember to subscribe, hit the bell and the like, and we'll see you next time on Love to Live.